Hello everybody. Hello. How's it going? Here we go again, right back at it like we never left. That's better. This better be working properly. How you guys doing? Thanks so much for joining. Welcome to another edition of Marble vs. Gold. This is our Warhammer series that we're playing. Warhammer full scale right here for you guys. Exciting stuff. More news coming soon. I'll be monitoring as always the messages. Drop us a like, drop us a follow if you like what you see. If you've been playing Warhammer, if you've been enjoying 11th edition, if you got any questions, I'll be trying to make sure I keep updated with everything and trying to read every message, getting everything out there checked out. I believe I'm coming through loud and clear. I hope so. As always, I'm gonna give you a little preview of what we are up to out here. If this can only show the right thing. Here we go. Marble versus Gold. This side will be Marble. We have already deployed. Here we have our strategic reinforcements. So it is Trajan, 4 guards with his shields and swords. And then we have another 4 guards with their spears. Here we have Virtus Captain and 2 Virtus Praetors, 3 Terminators with the spears. Here we have beautiful Dreadnought. Here we have 3 Terminators with the axes. Here we have our Blade Champion with the axes, and that's it. Other than, of course, our proxy for our very nice incoming yes, that I'm forgetting the name. As senile as they come, but here we go. Yes, of course, that's standing in for our Telemon. Here we have our Galatus. And here we have sisters. More sisters. These embarked. These are these are in reinforcements. These are embarked on here. These are also reinforcements. These are the Blade Champion with the axes. Virtus Praetors. Here more sisters doing that defense. Transport. More sisters with flamethrowers. And Palas, also one incoming soon. This is standing in, of course, for Grav Tank. And another Virtus Praetors. Bikes. And, oh yes, here, hidden behind all that, standing ready to do his beautiful long-range kills, will be an assassin, Calidus or whatever it is. I'm bad with remembering names. Let me try and give you here a good overview. Oh, I switch back. So this is interesting because we have been doing we have been doing a campaign, Dominatus. We have been doing Dominatus. Already played 2 games where oppressors, which the sisters are training the Custodes main army to see if they went to fight in Armageddon, how would they do fighting against this kind of Zerg force, orc style, heavy vehicles, and lots of Zerg units. And it's a tie right now, 1-1 has been a tie. I actually want to show you in a bit what and remind ourselves of what upgrades we already have. But first we need to roll who will go first, marble or gold. And marble wins. Marble wins going first. So that means marble is the attacker. Marble will be on this side. Gold is defender on that side. So marble has so the defender is on this side. So in this Dominatus, our location is actually the volcanic archipelago. That means we actually have ingress move on turn 1. One unit can do an ingress move on turn 1. And once per battle, a player can use rapid ingress stratagem for 0 CP. Also on turn 1, because nothing says you can't do both. So that's very interesting. That's our terrain rule that we have on this Dominatus. Now let's see here. The Liberators on this case is marble over on that side. To you is on the right of the screen. Went in from this angle. And the other angle is from the other side. They're on the left. So marble or the lions, they're both lions, but those are the Moritoi, lions of the Moritoi. So the objective is control one or more objectives that the opponent controlled at the start of my turn. So taking back objectives on my turn. So basically preparing ambushes is the name of the game, as we prevent them from trying to do those silly missions that they have to do, objectives. And each objective for starting from second battle round, control objective within the opponent's territory. Something also very important for us to get points. But most important of all, control the opponent's home objective is how we're gonna do the vast majority of our points, and it is the rule of our agendas. We need to do 35 EPs from primary mission, control the opponent's objective at the end of the battle, or not let the opponent control any objective wholly within their territory. So this is kind of dumb feedback. because if I control the opponent's objective, or I mean, how is the opponent control no objective wholly within their territory? So these are kind of similar, because to do the third one, I have to do the second one. So the third one is just adding to the second one. Obviously, if I do the second one, I don't need to do the third one. But yeah, 34 VP from primary, which is actually very tough. It means having to go in very hard to control their home objective. Winning is okay, but getting ascendancy is not that easy. Then our character of the Terminator in the Axe is gonna have our battle honor Shadow Stalker, where he has stealth. Basically, he has cover everywhere. He has always cover. And here, one character model, this unit has 6-inch scout. So that means our Praetors in the bike will have, in this case, because the bonus effect is mounted, they get 9-inch scout. So our Praetors will actually be able to move 9 inches right away. And this is after we know that they're going first. Very strong. And we have one agenda achieved. But on the other side, our oppressors, so it's this side, the hunters, they have loot and scoot, which basically is an action mission where we loot objectives. Any objective loot is just a marker that at the end of the game will be worth 3 points, and we loot that objective, and that's gonna give us a whopping 7 points for every objective we looted at the end of the battle. And also we need to control one or more objective. Each round we need to make sure we control one objective, maintain that control to keep giving us points each turn. Always control that one objective as much as we can. Our battle honor is actually really strong. Our character model, in this case on the mounted, it's gonna give us reroll to charge and reroll to advance. And we have a one character model that we're giving. In this case we have to select once per battle the character that's gonna get this. They get an invulnerable save of 4 plus. So that invulnerable save, honestly, we already have in all the characters with invulnerable save of 4 plus, so that actually doesn't. Oh wait, no, actually our sisters, exactly, our so once per battle. Right, I wasn't doing it properly yesterday, but I'm gonna give it to so just have to select one of our Knight Centuras to get it, because I think our Blade Champion already has it, and all our other characters already have it. I think will be more interesting than giving it to our assassin. think will be more interesting to give it to. Thanks everyone for joining. Stick around, hit that follow, hit that like, come hang out. So this is gonna give it, let me see, once per battle. So it gives to the whole unit invulnerable save of 4. I actually gonna give it to the Knight Centura leading the ones with swords that are coming in first turn. I think that will be more, I think that will work better. We'll give them this once per turn where they can actually go and try and do some damage and stay alive and do some damage at the same time. So yeah, onwards to battle. Let us do our scout moves. We open our tokens. Here is our writing and our little measurings, markers, measure markers we can do. There it goes. So that mounted is actually gonna get 9 inches of movement, which is huge. Huge scout movement. I actually want to move them as much, and we're still, when we're going first after that, so that's how much damage we'll actually be able to go in and try and do, and who knows what we can do with such powerful ability. They'll be able to move right up here. This one a little bit less, and this one will probably stay behind here. I think is the best way, because they were standing there behind. So that one has to go a little bit around, but that's perfectly fine. So our transport also gets to move 6 inches. They were hiding back here, but that will be let me just think about where do we want to go that's safe. Not many places that are safe because they can definitely move in and shoot right through, but maybe we do want to soak up, try and soak up some damage. They're pretty strong. They're quite hidden back there. Let me see. There isn't gonna be much room over here at all. We're gonna take a risk and let's see what happens. We're gonna move. We're gonna move it here and we're gonna stay out in the open, like, cause why not? And our other ones, that actually get to make that 16 inches move. They're actually gonna, I Let me see, so is it this one? Yes, it will be this one. I definitely gonna want to keep them hidden. Or maybe we do want to go advancing and try to score with another unit that we want to keep safe. But for now, they get to move up here and be touching already this terrain while staying hidden. Not hidden, but staying behind that wall. So we did have another one. Let me see. So that gives him Scout 9. And over here, which one was it? Oh yeah, we can reroll charge and reroll advances on the other bikes. So that also makes them quite deadly. Quite a good possibility that they can zoom around, perform a lot of damage. But here we go, movement phase. So I'm gonna use the app mainly to track here. Let's create a new game. Marble versus gold. This is marble. Makes sense this time because they're going first. If not, I would put it on the other direction because it actually gets pretty confusing at times. Who is the defender? He's the opponent. Who goes first? Me. So we both gain 1 CP. Let's, before the movement, I was almost already forgetting. Let's get our mission's beacon. End of your opponent's turn. Beacon unit is on the battlefield and now within your deployment zone. The beacon is now within your territory on the opponent's turn. Or Grievous Blow. They don't have any unit with starting strength 13, so you can immediately discard this one. Outflank. 2 or more friendly units are within 6 edges of opposite battlefield edges. Yep, and 1 not in your territory. So we'll probably try and do that, but we do have to select our bacon. A new hand touches the bacon. That is what my fridge says at 3 a.m. A new hand touches the bacon. I mean, of course, I think it makes sense that my bacon is something mobile and strong, It has to be something that's on the battlefield. But of course we do have the uppy downy. We do not want to select one of the units that we can separate, as they will lose it. It would be a different unit. So it's actually a tough one, so it needs to be, let me see. Just make sure I check. So, one of our friendly units on the battlefield or embarked in the transport on the battlefield. So it can't be, I mean it could be, but these, when we separate them with the lions, they make new units. So they would lose that bacon. Wouldn't be the same unit. I'm fairly certain our bikes will be able to advance onto enemy territory. So the line of our territory, I believe it's actually like this, so it's not very hard. If I can just stop being retarded, pardon my French. So I believe the line goes something like this. So it's the middle of there to the middle of this, and through the middle of the board. Ow! Ow! It stung. I'm gonna go double check, because I like to double check those stuffs. Well, I think it will be, it's not necessary. Yeah, I know it will be halfway through this. So this is $27 apart. So it's the 13.5 line is here to here. Yeah, exactly like I was saying. So there won't be any big deal. We have done our scout moves. It is time to actually gonna pay one to separate my captain here with the Terminator. He does get the stealth. We get to move him more freely. Go out, cause some havoc, while we can still keep so I'm actually gonna roll to advance him, see where we end up. He gets 2, not a lot, but it does allow him to move 7. He's gonna move right there. And here we're gonna keep, we're gonna advance him as well. So he gets to move 12. I don't know. So 6 plus 5, 11. But we don't even need him to move that much. Although he can, actually. But we do want to keep... yeah, he can move over here. This will definitely provide enough of coverage. Over here, we definitely want to try and keep our Telemon a bit safer and use them. But we want to try and take out. So I believe if we actually, yes, so this way that we deployed here actually will allow us to move over here, be touching the center, and we're actually going to be able to shoot them. He does get to move quite a bit. So we are in a good position to start shooting at them, as they will be to start shooting at us. But that's just how war is. These guys will keep blocking back here as we keep trying to screen. I believe our bikes will be able to go in and do quite a lot of damage right this first turn. So we're gonna move them with no fear. They're 11, they're 12. They even get to they don't re-roll charges, but I think it is a possible charge. But you just get a free CP if I want to re-roll for free for a command re-roll. AI viewers, how about AI ban? Boom. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for being out there. Hit us a follow. Hit us with a like. We're gonna move over here, 8. Still keeping a good defensive line, but preparing to move in when necessary. I know they're coming, they're gonna try to, but we're gonna try and be ready for them as much as possible. Our Blade champion is definitely here looking for an entry. I believe they will be easily able to get into a somewhat quick, strong position. They do get to shoot after they charged. After they advanced, I should say. So I think I will advance them, try to get them into cover. We are 6, so they can move another 4 up. Oh, how did it get dinged there? No matter. Probably me just being dumb. Yes, so they actually, I'm gonna move this guy. I'm gonna put him all right inside here, this piece of terrain. They all can fit snugly in here. We'll see what we can shoot, but they're definitely wholly inside. Getting that cover, and we do actually will get some pot shots over there. We're not gonna get anything over there or over there because they're behind, but we might. So that's our movement phase, except we get a free, we get a free deployment on the first turn. Now let's find a hole where to put him, and we definitely can. There's nothing they can do. They could not have foreseen. Probably would have been a good idea, but that's just how it is. 8 inches away. That means Frisian will get to quickly occupy this corner with his guard. Yep, tough, but those are the rules. That's what the crazy rules of this mode gives us. But there's always a but. They also get to make a rapid ingress, and they just found their spot. They get to make a rapid ingress at the end of my turn. at the end of my movement phase. Not something that I wanted to see, and I didn't think of it, so it is quite impossible to think of everything, but we will remember. We will remember for the future our decisions. I think they will fit here. We'll see. Maybe they won't fit here. Right now, we're gonna still need to do some measurement. Let's see. They're actually able to be much closer than I thought. And that is very much still 8 inches away. Quite a bit away from them as well. So we both have used our special area rule. Everything else will have to wait for the second turn for them to come in over there. And for these guys to come in will be in my second turn. And I think it is time to start shooting. It's the end of the movement phase. Yes, indeed. So, those bikes, I want them gone because they're really some of the most dangerous things that can exist. There'll be toughness 7. The tank is quite behind. They're really not visible. So the only thing would be the sisters. No, they are quite behind as well. Wouldn't say there's visibility. No! Oh my god. Thank god he broke his little sword. Let me quickly fix it. Kinda broke, not really completely broke. Gotta keep him tip-top shape. So I do need to go get a bit of glue. We can get this thing properly going. Perfect. Definitely need. This t-shirt is way too baggy to be moving around these expensive miniatures. Yes, we have opened a big hole back there and gotten our movement going. In the turn, it's the kind of action that you only get on a campaign like this, with it, that you get weird rules. So this t-shirt will be better. Okay, it's not knocking down models so much. Okay, finally. I'm gonna be able to get a move on. Drop us a message if you want to chat. Hope I'm still coming through. Checking there, the voice seems good. There's music, there's everything. That's all we need. Heading on to, so we're shooting everything into the bikes. They are our beacon, they'll have to survive the enemy turn. We are also in a good position to get outflanked. So everything's coming as we like it to be. It is Virtus Praetors into Virtus Praetors. Strength 10, toughness 7. That means hitting on 2s. And re-rolling. AP -3, saving on 4. And they save 2. Only one goes through. And it's D6 plus 1 damage. And it's only a 1, so they get 2 damage. Not great. Not great at all. Not great at all for us, but good for them. So that this bike goes down to 3 wounds. He can't shoot, he can't shoot, he can't shoot. They can shoot. Who do we want to shoot? The melee ones are definitely a bigger risk to us. So that's going to be eight shots, hitting on 2s. Strength 4, toughness 3. Wounding on 3s, plus 1 to wound, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s. Not a lot. They're saving on 3s, -1, saving on 4s. 1 dies. Let me put here the death counter. 1 dead only so far. Trajan does his 2 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Fails 2 of his attacks. Saving on 6. 2 dead. But they're gonna use their once per turn, where they can shoot again. Oh wait, they were able to re-roll wounds. I never rolled those 2 of Trajan only. So he gets 1 of them. Saving on 6, no, another one dies. So we already forgot something. They ignore all modifiers as well, so even if they had cover, they would be ignoring. So 8 shots, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s, re-rolling. They all wound. -1, 7 on 4s. A lot of saves. Only 1 dies. How is it possible? What are these girls doing? Only 4 dead so far with these amazing saves. How do you roll 3 6s, a 5, a 4, and a 2? Again, Trajan, hitting on 2s, already failing another one, Jesus. Winning on 2s, re-rolling, saving on 6s, 2 more dead. Not particularly good, only killed 6 of these melee girls. I was hoping for much more, especially using their once per battle. I mean, not pretty, but they've lost 6. They have to remove 6. Let's remove the ones closer, because we want to prevent that charge to be so easy. So they advance, but they get to shoot. It is obscured. We'll get cover, but we get +1. We are 6 here, aren't we? Yes. Absolutely we are. So that's 10 shots, hitting on 2s. So it's like strength 4 versus toughness 9, so we're looking just for 6s, but I mean we didn't have any other target that we could shoot anyway. Oh well, actually we could have shot them. They are touching it, so we're gonna shoot them. Winning on. So winning on 2s. They all wound. AP -1. Saving on 2. Really? Sick and tired. You're just wasting time. So they're saving on 4. Oh, and that's a terrible roll. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 died. Eight in 10 die. Definitely not going their way in these early stages. Will they be able to even loot at all? Or has it been just too aggressive? I think they still have a lot of units to try and do what they want to do. Even if they don't keep any tokens, I think they have one big advantage today, that they definitely gotten a better movement of the board into Marble's home. And we actually completely forgot to shoot first with And now he lost his target. Why does it have to be so gray and so hidden? He's completely so hidden. It's hard to see and hard to remember. Shoot with him. I guess we're just gonna have to blow up their transport. We have used our CP. We know we haven't because I used the free because the captain gets a free CP to apply to his unit. So now he's separated, now they make new units, so he actually has another one this battle time. Which is very interesting because it literally says new unit. So we do have one CP. So we do get to blow up that transport. So I already put it. And then they're gonna emergency disembark. And roll a hazard for each. Let me see, is it at 12 to use? He's not at 12. He doesn't get rapid fire. But let me get me back my CP because I have to start thinking clearly. He gets to do just his normal 24 shot. I mean, might even be enough. There's no cover or anything, so it's 24. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. That's actually a lot of 1s. But it will soon become less. Only one in the end. God, I love this Telemon with these. It's just the perfect unit. In so many aspects. Could be tougher, for sure. But whatever it touches, just melts in your mouth. So, it will be. Let me make sure I get this right. So I know it is strength 6, which is insane. But the Rhino is 9. So that is wounding on 5. Re-rolling 1s. And the 6s are devastating. How is this possible? Wounding on 5. Re-rolling 1s. That's devastating. That's a bunch of devastatings. Not many hits. Only 3 1s. All the 2, 3s and 4s go out. They completely missed. Which, and honestly, is not a lot. We did aim, but when you're shooting so many bullets in such a small amount of time. Let us reroll them once. Another devastating. These 2 miss. So Anathema, Saikana is saving on 3s. And his AP -1, living on 4. They save 3, so they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Not as much as I thought. Let's put it down to only 4 wounds. I forgot to declare the Speakles bolt launcher. It doesn't have any more targets, so it's just gonna have to be the D6 plus 3 into them, and let's hope for the best. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hitting on 2. Strength 5. Their toughness 9, so it's winning on 5s. No, that was the winning on 5s, rerolling 1. Wow, 4 wounds plus 1 reroll and 5 wounds. And they only save on, let me see, Speakles. Does the Speakles have -1? No. No. So they're saving on 3. It's their normal save. Take another damage, go down to 3 wounds. Again, better than I expected, I think. They do heal 1 wound for each of their command, but we're gonna try and see if we can. What else could we do? I don't think there's anything else. I mean, no, obviously I still get to shoot over here. This guy actually moved out of the way. Let me see, the captain. The captain is too firmly behind that green. He does not have visibility, 0 chance. But this guy does get a blast +1. So 4, 5, 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Toughness 4. Strength 4. Wounding on 5, re-rolling because there's a character. Wow, 3 wounds. And rerolling. 4. AP -1, saving on 3. What? What? They eat 4 wounds from the... That's what you get. Let me see, so... I'm gonna remove this one. And this one goes down to 2 wounds. I mean, that's the danger coming in at the end of a movement phase. Your ass finna get shot. That's the whole thing. Wait a minute. He does get to shoot. He just made a normal move. He didn't even advance. But we're still not done over there. Still 2 shots. Hitting on 2s. Winning on 5s, rerolling. No. So the Galactus, Warblade, ignores cover, Torrent, Twin Wing. 5 attacks. Strength 6, wounding on 4s. But twin linked. Nope. Really doesn't do much. Saving on 3. And they save everything. Not the best shooting. Rootin' tootin'. These probably guys would probably have done best to shoot on them. Let me think here. So she's just turn 1 and and so much is already happening. That's what we like to hear. Not much else. Let's see. Do they charge here? So I'm gonna try and charge them both, of course. We need 9s. As we knew we would. Nope. That's okay. These guys, did they get to charge over there? Yeah, they need 12s. Oh, 10. Definitely not enough. They get to reroll. Let me see now. No? No. Does this guy get to charge? He can try and go and do some damage, kill himself, try to take out one of them. Try to soften them up. If you can get a 9. Nope. Here, you do get to re-roll. But we don't need to re-roll. Seven is more than enough. It does turn into a 10. So we're about to see some fireworks go off. I think he only took like 2 wounds, wasn't it? Yeah, he only took 2 wounds, so he's down to 3. But that's 1 attack from the captain. They did charge, they did get to fight first. So, let me double check. He's 6 attacks hitting on 2s. Let me see. Sustain. So they're gonna get sustained. He gets another one, they all go through. Strength 10. His toughness 7 means winning on 2s because they charge and they have lance now and they're isolated. Winning on 2s. Saving on 4s. Not good. Boom, that's 2 of them dead. This one kills 1. Wait, more. It's 3 attacks. This one kills 1. This one kills the other. The captain takes 3. Goes down to 4 wounds. Deadly. Game is very much deadly too. And we get to pile in. They're gonna fight back. Like their captain gets to fight back. But he's down to 4 wounds. Stop. So the captain is gonna do as well. 6 attacks with sustains, hitting on 2s. not isolated, not lance because they didn't charge. So it is just winning on freeze, no bonus this time, and that's gonna cost them. That is definitely gonna cost them. Saving on force. Oh, only one attack goes through. So not ideal. Definitely being heavily crushed at this point in time. So our bike goes down to 2. So once per battle at the end of the fight phase, we get to make a fallback move if we're not engaged. If we're engaged, we make a fallback move. And if we're not engaged, we make a normal move. So we do get to end up over here, considering we are 2 inches away. Between 2 and 3. You know how it is. Glad to be back. We don't have frame anymore, which is perfect because it's just making our life much harder. But the rules have changed, by the way, if you don't know. Many units lost frame and because it was just much harder and would just cost. I already had thought of it, and everyone pointed out immediately that just makes your model for advantage, because if you put frame on these kind of bikes where you can pose their spears in different ways or pose their weapons in different ways, it just simply not good. It's simply not going to work very well with what you want it to do. So I gotta say, there's definitely a lot of work. Let me see. So Beacon will have to wait till the end of the opponent's turn. End of my turn. 6 inches away from battle edge. Yes, we get 5 points from secondary. Let me write this down. turn 1. 5 from secondary at the end of the turn. Let me see, do we get anything? Any battle round, end of your turn. You control one or more objectives that your opponent controlled. No. Second battle round onwards, end of your command phase. Or end of your turn in 5th battle round. Each objective you control within your opponent's territory. So, no, they didn't control this. How much OC does the Telemon have? That's a good question. Because they don't have a lot of OC there. OC4. How much does the Knight Centura have? OC1. So I do have control of an objective. Because the Telemon is putting 4 and they're only putting down 3. So that's 5 points here, 5 points there. Because they made that advance. So that's 10 points. Didn't get to use any of the CP, didn't need to. And here we go. Time to take down some enemies. Movement phase. He might come in rapid ingress. But I definitely can come in turn 1 with these. And they definitely will. And we do be looting. If you want to come after us, feel free. So 6 inches. So they pretty much can go all the way inside there. Taking probably off almost all of them. Fit in here, some form or another. Still need to do some proper measurements. They have to be wholly within 6 inches. Yeah, they're definitely all touching. Yeah, 9 inches away, all touching, within 6 inches of the edge. Perfect. Exactly what the doctor ordered. We got some nice control on it. More movement. Of course, here we're gonna try and salvage something from here. So they are able to advance and start an action on this detachment. So they do get to move 10. That just allows me to move all of them. Try to stay here as... Actually, I can move all of them using the 10. Try and be behind the wall? No, I don't think they all can get behind the wall, but still need to continue screening. He still gets to do a 0 CP rapid ingress. At the end of this movement. In any case, they do get to all of them shoot. I don't think we really want control, because if they kill us, so yeah, over here I'm just gonna slowly start turning around. I don't think it was the greatest idea to be here, but that's definitely gonna take up a lot of his resources. But yeah, everything's gonna shoot into him. This guy, they get to move. What do they get? They got to advance. No, they get to re-roll charges and advances, but we're not gonna want to. We're gonna slowly and methodically just shoot at them as much as possible. Let's see what we can save to shoot at something else if needed. But yeah, we did try and mess here with this tank. And maybe we can get some kind of counter charge if necessary. Over here we do need to advance, not to advance, just a normal movement to be touching there. I mean, actually we didn't, but we're gonna put OC. That takes control. We're gonna deploy. Then they're gonna exit.